Welcome to another cooking video. Today we're filming from the beautiful island called Koh Chang in Thailand.
Because I forgot my intro footage at home. Now this is the fifth in a cooking series I like to call Sushi Cooking Ideas, where I bring you cooking ideas that you can apply to your sushi to make it more interesting and more innovative. Today I'm going to cover how to make tempura batter bits to cover your sushi, but to make them a different color and different taste. So the first thing I'm going to do is make tempura batter bits blue. Let's get going. Alright, I'm going to start off by making some blue water, and for this you want to take some boiling water and some tea bags. Now these tea bags are filled up with butterfly pea flowers, which are naturally blue, and when you steep them in water, the blue dye runs into it, just like this. Now what I recommend is you use half a liter of water to 8 tea bags to get a beautiful intense blue color. Alright, so now moving on, you want to take some tempura batter mix and just place it into a bowl. And then you want to take your cooled down blue water that I just made and just pour it in. Now you want to make it like you usually would with tempura batter, just mix it in with a fork like this and don't over mix. It's nice to have little bits of unmixed tempura batter because these create beautiful reactions in the deep fryer when you use them. Alright, I'm just going to add a little bit more blue water just to thin it out and just to make it a bit more intense blue color. Okay, this looks just about right. Now you want to add this to a deep fry at 170 degrees Celsius and just dip your fork in and whisk it around to create little tempura batter bits just like this. Now a better option for this is one of these matcha whisks. Since it's got lots of little ends, it creates many more bits with the same movement. So if you want to create a larger quantity, this is a very good option for that. Okay, now to cook them, they cook very quickly, about 25-30 seconds, and then they're done. Then you can just fish them out and then place them on a napkin just so the oil can drain off. And there we go. Now you got some beautiful natural colored blue tempura bits that you can use with your sushi. Okay, so here I've got half sushi roll and I'm just gonna roll it into my tempura bits. And you just want to keep rolling it around until you get the amount of tempura bits stuck to your roll that you require. So just keep going until it's right. Okay, so this looks about right. Now I'm just going to place it on the cutting board and take my rolling mat just to press them on so that they properly adhere to the sushi roll. Okay, great. Now to cut it, you just want to cut this into 4 bits since this is half a roll. Now here I've just done a very simple salmon sushi roll just to show you how the tempura bits look like on a roll. But you can do this with your own ingredients and make something truly special. Alright, an alternative to the blue tempura bits is you take a juicer and you add some vegetables to it. Here I'm using some spinach, but it could just as well be kale or any other green vegetables. And you just make some juice. So close it up, turn it on, and voila, some juice will come out now. There we go, some bright green juice that we can use. Quick tip, if you tip your juicer, you'll get a little bit more juice out of it. So now I've got this juice, what to do with it? Well, you take a little bit of cold water like this and you add your juice to it. Now obviously a little bit less juice will create a less intense color and more juice will create a more intense color. And this is the result. I got some bright green tempura bits from it. Alright, another option is you take some carrot juice. This is 100% carrot juice, no water added. And when I made bits out of it, this is what I got. These bright yellow bits. One more option here is some water, and I'm going to add some beetroot juice. Now if you add little beetroot juice, you end up with pink tempura batter bits. And if you do like I did here, add it a lot, then you end up with these very dark red, interesting bits. Okay, one last option, you take some water and some cuttlefish ink. Cuttlefish ink is basically just ink from a cuttlefish, just like squid ink. And you can find this in the freezer section of most grocery stores. Okay, so now I've got my black water. I ended up with these dark black tempura bits, which is very interesting. And these here are all the ones I just showed, but on sushi rolls, so you get a good idea of how they look like. Alright, so now you know how to make a variety of natural colored tempuras, and you can change the intensity of the color by adding more or less water. Also, you can use food coloring to make more variety of colors and more intensities. And you can also use fish stock or meat stock or vegetable stock to change the taste of your tempura batter. Also, mushroom stock would be very interesting as a tempura batter. Now lastly, you don't have to be limited to making it into crumbs and then putting on the outside of a sushi roll. You can also just use traditional methods of making vegetable tempura or prawn tempura and alter it with these colors to make it pop and more interesting. I hope I inspired you to do some more interesting things with your sushi. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already for more videos when they come out. Goodbye.